Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and Unseen. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Live from his quarantined home studio here in lovely Tucson, Arizona, it's time for Am I on the Air with your host, Don Mega. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's season 20, episode 11, and tonight's show is titled, I'm Going Hunting. That's right, I'm going hunting. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don Mega. This is Am I on the Air, and I welcome you to the show, one of the only shows that continues to bring you new episodes live here every single week. When the whole world is on quarantine and everything's shutting down and movie theaters are now closed and there's no new entertainment going on, Am I on the Air is here to bring you the best, the latest and the greatest in entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. That's what you come here for. So welcome everybody. Welcome to something to kind of keep the world turning in its normalcy. Last week's show was titled Everything is Canceled, and that's where we begun our descent into cancellations, right? We talked about all the different movies that were being canceled. Fast and Furious, James Bond, Quiet Place 2, and now Black Widow. I mean, the list continues to unfold as we get deeper and deeper into this pandemic. On top of just our movies getting pulled back, since last week's show, all the movie theaters have shut down. So if you're here in the U.S. like I am, good luck. I mean, you might be able to find a mom and pop theater that's still open, but probably not. All the major chains are fully closed down now. You're starting to see a shift in releases across the board, right? We're starting to see movies that were just in the theater coming out now to rent on demand, to buy early. Things like Onward going to hit Disney Plus in a couple weeks. I mean, unprecedented releases because we are trying to make the best of this situation as we go. And it's crazy just how much things have changed since last week, right? Last week we were just talking about releases being pushed back indefinitely, and now this week we're talking about closed down movie theaters and movies that have completely ceased production. Marvel Studios shut down, Netflix shut down, Amazon Prime shut down. Nobody's recording anything new. TV shows that won't even have proper season finales this year because of the shutdown. So things are getting crazy, my friends. They really, really are. So I'm glad to be in good spirits, happy and healthy and safe. Knock on wood. Let me find some wood to knock on. Today is also my birthday. So March 23rd, we're broadcasting live here from the quarantine Red Dragons radio studios here in Tucson, Arizona on this March the 23rd, which just so happens to be my birthday. So thank you everybody. Thank you for the people that did shout it out on Twitter and Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to the people that have tweeted me over the last week or two just saying thanks for keeping the podcast going. getting out of this crazy world for 30 minutes to escape and hear, the news of the world, has really helped people. Helps people kind of find, like I said, normalcy and where we can't rely on anything anymore these days. So thank you for reaching out and taking the time. I really want to be there for you guys. I really want to continue to produce this show and put it out on a weekly basis and give you guys something new and fresh to listen to. But who knows, honestly, how long I will be able to continue to bring you guys new episodes, because we're going to start to hit a very dry patch here. I mean, with no new movies coming out and everything ceasing production, the news is slowing down tremendously. So, I don't know how I feel about doing a 15-minute show every week. So we'll have to kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. But, I'm happy to be here tonight because I do have a new movie review for you. Before the movie theaters were going to close, I was going to go to the theater and see The Hunt. Lucky for me, the theater shut down, and some of the movie studios made some agreements to release the movies on VOD early to rent for a premium price of $19.99. Now, I know some of you were like, $19.99, that's so expensive. But think about it. These are movies that were still in the theater as of the shutdown. So you were probably going to go with somebody, and you were probably going to get popcorn, and you were probably going to get a drink. That would have been way more than $19.99. So you can rent this movie for $20, and you could then watch the movie in the comfort of your own living room with your own snacks and your own drinks. And that is exactly what I did with The Hunt. I rented it on Vudu, and you get it for 48 hours. So I watched it Friday night with my wife, and I really, really enjoyed it. I was looking forward to this movie. Remember, this is the movie that was supposed to come out back in September. And there was some controversy going around at the time with some mass shootings, so they decided to pull it back. Then they decided to release it on March 13th, Friday the 13th. So that might have been a spooky release date to put it on. And unfortunately, everything happened that happened. So I really wanted to see it. I know a lot of people rented this movie over the weekend. So you know what? I mean, I'll be curious to see how much money it actually made in its weekend rentals. This is the movie here that is basically a throwback to, I always think back to Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hard Target, humans being hunted, plain and simple. So there's a batch of people that are abducted, they're released into the woods, and they're trying to survive while they're being hunted in real life. Plain and simple, let's go. And this is a Blumhouse film, and I thought the gore was perfect. It's rated R for once, because Blumhouse has been really hard to do rated R movies lately. They keep doing PG-13. So this is R, and I love the way this one played out. It's actually got some humor. It's got some really good action. There's a fight scene between Hilary Swank and Betty Gilpin at the end of the movie that's phenomenal. So look for that. And I just really, really had fun with this movie. Is it amazing? Is it awesome? Am I going to tell you to run out and spend your money? No, I'm not. But at the same time, you're locked up in your house, you're looking for something new to watch, I suggest you rent it. So I would give The Hunt 3.5 out of 4 stars. I couldn't quite get it to 4, but I thought it was better than 3. So I know I hate to use half stars, but I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5 for The Hunt. You can rent that right now on any of your streaming platforms. So like Vudu, if you have cable through like Cox or Xfinity, Comcast, you can do it through Amazon Prime, I think even Google Play. So there are multiple outlets where you can go ahead and rent those movies right now, along with The Hunt. The Invisible Man is another one that you can rent, along with Emma as well. So those 3 are theatrical movies that you can rent right now. Popping up this past Friday as well that you could buy and rent was Disney Pixar's Onward. So crazy to see movies popping up to buy and rent when they were just in the theater last week. But Disney made the call to release this movie out on digital already. So you could buy it right now if you can wait, which I'm sure a lot of you are, because literally in like 2 weeks, on April 3rd, Onward will be available to stream on Disney Plus. So a very, very fast turnaround for Onward, going from theater to you can purchase it and rent it to streaming for free on Disney Plus by April 3rd. So I did my review for Onward. It was just okay. It was a 3-star movie. It wasn't doing very good at the box office, so you can tell why they fast-tracked this one to try to get it out there and get it in front of as many people as they could. So, hey, good on them, good on Disney. And I am loving, being that we're all stuck at home right now, I am loving these companies stepping up to the plate and saying, we're going to give you entertainment early. A couple other movies hitting VOD tomorrow, March 24th. We talked about this on last week's show. You have the Birds of Prey and the fantabulous One Harley Quinn, Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That drops tomorrow. You have The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie's new action movie. Both of those drop tomorrow. Then, breaking news, they decided the other day to release Ben Affleck's new movie, The Way Back, which just came out a couple weeks ago. Another one that was still in the theater. The Way Back is now available to purchase. And lastly, this was big breaking news. Last week's show, Everything is Canceled, that episode, just last week's episode, I reviewed Bloodshot. Bloodshot I went and saw in the theater. It's the last movie I got to see in the theater. It's only been out for like 2 weeks now. Out tomorrow on VOD. So things are dropping so fast right now. I love that studios are saying, why wait, right? The theaters are shut down. Why are we waiting? Let's put these movies out now and let's let people watch these things. So I've already pre-ordered and they're already sitting in my queue on Vudu. I got all 4 of those. The Gentleman, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, The Way Back, and Bloodshot. So got all 4 of those in my queue, and that's some stuff I'll be watching this week. Even though I've seen them all, but they're all great movies, and I'm looking forward to revisiting. So I highly recommend you guys jump on those and check them out. And what I really love about it is that they are for purchase. When we talked about The Hunt just a little bit ago, The Hunt and Invisible Man and Emma, those movies you can only rent for $20. I purchased The Way Back for $20. I purchased Bloodshot for $20. I purchased Harley Quinn for $20. And I even purchased The Gentleman for $15. And I bought all 4 of them in 4K ultra high def. So that kind of pisses me off a little bit, that some of those studios are saying, hey, just rent us for 48 hours for $20, when everybody else, even Onward through Disney, was putting those movies out to buy for the $20 price. So I think Universal and Blumhouse, they need to get their shit together, and they, you got your little weekend in with the $20 rental, now put the stuff out to purchase. I think that The Invisible Man and The Hunt need to just be able to be purchased after the next week or two. Get your money and then put it out, because if Bloodshot can come out to buy in 10 days, there's no reason that The Invisible Man, which actually came out at the end of February, should not be available for purchase right now. So that's my 2 cents on that. But man, I am loving the digital streaming world right now, because we're getting movies super, super quickly. I really had a great time with Bloodshot, and I can't wait to sit down and watch it again in 4K. So there's some interesting news there about the movies and the landscape that we're kind of dealing with. On the TV front, I always like to talk about something new that we've watched. And since we got a lot of time on our hands, I started watching the new season of Amazing Stories on Apple TV+. This is executive produced by Steven Spielberg. This is a show that was up, I believe, in the 80s. I remember watching this as a kid. It's an anthology series where every episode is different, but it's all kind of, something special, something out there, mythical, magical, superhero. Like, every episode is very unique, right? It's an amazing story. So the first 3 episodes dropped on Apple TV+, and I watched the first 3 episodes. Episode 1, called The Cellar, was really, really good. It had Dylan O'Brien in it from the Maze Runner movies. I really liked that episode. The second episode, I believe, was called The Heat, and I didn't care for that one really at all. And then the third episode was very superhero-y. It's about a little kid trying to build a relationship with his grandfather. His grandfather's going through a hard time. He's getting older. He just had surgery. He's not feeling too good. But he finds a ring, kind of Green Lantern style, right? That was about his favorite characters. It was from a comic book of his favorite superhero when he was a kid. And he puts the ring on, he actually starts to get superpowers. So him and his grandson start to build a really cool relationship over the fact that his grandpa's now a superhero. A really fun episode as well. So they're 2 for 3 for me out of these first 3. I believe new episodes will drop every Friday. I don't know if they're going to do 1 or if they're going to do 3 episodes every Friday, but I'm looking forward to continuing this one on. Definitely check out, if you have Apple TV Plus, check out Amazing Stories. All right, so that's a little piece of something new there. Let's get into our news of the week. Let's see what else is going on out there. There's not much, I'll tell you. So prepare, but we'll get through it. So talking about moving release dates up, another movie that actually hit digital last week, which wasn't supposed to be out for a couple more weeks, was Just Mercy. This is the Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx movie that's based on a true story. I really liked this movie. It was very touching. It was very deep, and I will buy this one. I'm just not ready to pay 20-something bucks for it. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, and then I'll add this one to my collection. But it's a very, very solid movie, and that's already on VOD right now, so you can check that out, thanks to Warner Brothers and their strategy to release stuff early. Marvel TV's last live-action series, Hellstrom, has officially wrapped its production, so looking forward to when that drops. Disney pulling some more movies, that's right, because guess what? We got no movie theaters right now, so Disney has pulled The History of David Copperfield along with Woman in the Window. I know both these movies were supposed to come out in May. Woman in the Window, man, they've been doing a lot of marketing for this movie. I swear every movie I've seen over the last 2 months has had this trailer before it, so those have been indefinitely pulled. This Country and the Lost Boys pilots have officially halted production. No shocker there. Like I said, everything's shutting down. We talked a little bit about this before. Broadcast TV shows that might not finish their full seasons. I got a whole list up here for you of shows that might just end this season without actually finishing it out. And a lot of the CW shows are on this list. I know that there were supposed to be new episodes this week of The Flash, and but they're pausing right now because they don't know what to do, and they only have a couple more episodes in the can, and they don't want to just run out of the season right now. So they're going back to reruns in the meantime. I know Supernatural was supposed to finish its TV run this season, and now that's on hold, even though today the people behind Supernatural said that they will figure it out and they will give you a proper finale regardless when everything gets back to normal. But it's a little crazy, man. Like I said, it is crazy out there to think that there's shows that just could not finish their schedule in time, and now, you know, we're going to get shorter seasons and we're not going to get proper finales for some stuff. So that is definitely not good for us. We have let's see here. Sorry. I mentioned this earlier. The big blow was, of course, Black Widow. Black Widow officially pulled. We knew this one was coming, and Marvel Studios made the call. Black Widow release date pushed back once again indefinitely. Studios they're hesitant to put a date on it because we just don't know when movie theaters are going to reopen and when we can proceed. This is a big bummer. We're only a month away from Black Widow coming out. It's been a long time since we've seen an MCU film, and you know, as a big MCU fan like myself, I'm super bummed that who knows when we're going to get to see it. I'm hearing some rumors it might be August, some say September, who knows. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see at this point. Black Widow off of the release calendar. Shudder and Sundance are now offering extended free trials, so a lot of free trials going on for different streaming services, different things to get you to, you know, hey, they know you're at home, so they're saying go ahead and sign up and let us keep you entertained. Ava DuVernay's DMZ pilot for HBO Max has officially wrapped its production. But what scares me about that is, so the pilot's wrap production, what about the rest of the season? So I'm sure this show's getting picked up, and I'm a little worried that it's just the pilot that they're done. Another movie that's been shut down by this is, of course, Avatar. That's right, James Cameron's Avatar sequels have been officially shut down. So who knows if we're ever going to get Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5, as everything's been put on hold. We talked about it. Theaters all closed. AMC, Regal, Landmark, Cineplex, Alamo Drafthouse, Cinemark, Harkins, all completely shut down as they go dark. Saturday Night Live has also gone dark for the foreseeable future. So all future episodes have been canceled. Obviously, they can't do anything in New York, and especially on a closed soundstage like that. So there goes that. We have the first clip from the Reno 911 revival. This is a short little clip that they released. Remember, I want to say Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Reno 911 is coming to Quibi, which launches on April 6th. Now, if Quibi was smart, they'd release their platform early, because we're all waiting right now, and I think everybody would jump on it. So, come on, Quibi, when are you going to pull the trigger? But they're doing the Reno 911 revival, and they released this short little clip, and it was just great to see the gang back together, man. Lieutenant Dangle, it was cool to see him leading the team once again. We have the first trailer for a new Amazon Prime series called Upload, and I gotta tell you, I loved this trailer. I will be watching this show when it comes out. I believe it comes out in May, and it stars Robbie Amell, and it looks so good. It is a futuristic show where your consciousness gets uploaded to like a server. It's kind of like a heaven, but you're just doing whatever up there, and it looks really damn funny. So check out the Upload trailer if you haven't seen that. The Billboard Music Awards is being postponed as well. Of course, why not? Armie Hammer's Justice League Mortal Batman cowl revealed, so it was cool to see kind of the mold that they had made for what would have been Armie Hammer's cowl if he was going to do that Justice League movie from way back in the day. The Beastie Boys story. This was something that was going to go in limited release to theaters. That has been scrapped now and will stream exclusively on Apple TV+. So check that out there. Starz drama Vida is officially ending with season 3. Stephen Amell says that he will not be returning to any future Arrowverse shows, so a lot of people wondering if he was ever going to pop in or come back in a cameo, and right now he's saying nope. He's saying been there, done that, did 8 seasons, I'm good. So at this point he's out. Showtime is changing up its schedule for some shows, and when they're returning, they're just trying to mix things up. So obviously some other shows are not done, so they're trying to stretch out the programming there. Shows like Black Monday and some new documentary series they're doing are being shifted around. We have everything new that's coming to the DC Universe app in April that you can check out. Everything new coming to Disney Plus between April 1st and April 30th. You can check that out. Supposedly, the Black Widow delay will not impact the MCU timeline. So I know a lot of people were worried about, okay, well, if we take this movie out, is this going to mess up at where everything lays? I think because this movie's a prequel, it kind of doesn't matter, to be honest. I don't think there's anything that truly happens in this movie that needs to line up. That's just what I'm guessing. But yeah, it sounds like wherever they place this, it's not going to mess up the timeline. Jamie Foxx is set to direct a new faith-based drama called When We Pray. Lionsgate, removing some more movies. They have removed Spiral, which is the new Saw movie with Chris Rock. They've removed Antebellum, and they removed Run from its calendar. These are also movies that were coming out in May. So it looks like April and May have been completely wiped from the calendar now for most of the movies that were coming out in that time frame. We have your first trailer for Murder House Flip, which looks really interesting, actually. This will be on Quibi, and this is a show talking about flipping houses that have had murders happen in them in a real life situation. So this is not fake. This is a different type of flip show, and it looks pretty damn interesting. So that's coming to Quibi. Rosie O'Donnell is set to revive her talk show for a star-studded online fundraiser. So very good on her to raise some funds there. Something else that's been canceled, and I know a lot of people are not going to be happy about this one. The Friends reunion that was coming to HBO Max. Filming has been officially postponed due to the coronavirus. They were supposed to actually start filming that today and tomorrow, but due to concerns over the virus, they cannot record. So they're rescheduling that for another time and place, but unfortunately that means the Friends reunion will be postponed and pushed back further for the debut of it on HBO Max. So I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. Gonna have to wait. Another thing waiting, because everything's waiting, so it's just a matter of time before you hear me talk about your favorite show. American Idol has officially suspended production as contestants return home to their family. Let's see here. We've already talked about some of this stuff because I jumped around the beginning. Harley Quinn Season 2 trailer. Yes, that's right. In a very quick turnaround time, the DC Universe is getting ready to launch Harley Quinn Season 2. And we have the first trailer for that, so check that out. We also have the first trailer for Billions Season 5, which is coming to Showtime. Another movie getting its release date pulled is Illumination's Minions sequel. That's right, The Rise of Gru has had its release date pulled back. Now, Rise of Gru was supposed to come out in July, so I'm a little shocked that they're pulling the release date on this one. Like I said, it seems right now that most of the movies are April and May release dates, but I guess they just don't want to risk it, so that has been pulled as well. The Photograph is officially hitting Blu-ray and digital next month, so that one is coming here soon. We have the first trailer for We Summon the Darkness, which is Alexander Daddario's new film. We have the trailer for Inheritance, starring Lily Collins and Simon Pegg. The 2020 Daytime Emmys have been canceled. Hawaii Five-O's Daniel Day Kim has now tested positive for coronavirus, and you can watch his video message. So I watched his video. I even watched his update a couple days ago, and it's very, very interesting. A lot of these actors, like him and Idris Elba, have had zero symptoms, which is just so crazy that, you know, this is that's what makes this disease so scary, is that you could have people that have no symptoms, basically immune to it, but have it and can house it and can spread it to other people that are dying from it, you know. So that's the big scary part of this, that it goes all over the spectrum from A to Z. So please, once again, just be careful, stay home, don't risk it. Another movie getting an early release date is I Believe. I Believe is the new KJ Apa and Britt Robertson movie, which was just released in theaters the same weekend as Bloodshot, and that's going to actually hit VOD early starting on March 27th. So that will be out later this week. So good for them. Like we talked about Pixar's Onward already, available ready to buy on digital download and streaming, and on April 3rd on Disney+. So just wanted to share that news once again. Another show postponed, AMC's Walking Dead spin-off show, The Walking Dead World Beyond. Its premiere has been postponed by AMC. They're going to push that one back. Another movie that has been pulled from the release calendar is The Lovebirds. The Lovebirds starring Kumail Nanjiani and Issa Rae. I love the trailer for this movie. I think it looks so funny. And now this movie is going to... the rights to it have been purchased by Netflix. So this one is actually going to stream on Netflix directly. So no longer will it be coming out in the theater. I like this move. I think it's perfect for this movie. I just hope that they release it soon, because Lovebirds was going to come out, I believe, the first Friday of April. So there's no release date from Netflix right now. All that we know is Netflix has purchased the rights to it, so they will show this movie. What I'm waiting to hear is, what are we going to do with Dave Bautista's My Spy? Because I've been waiting for that damn movie for over a year, and they keep pushing the release date back. See, it was supposed to come out March 13th, and they pushed it again to April, and now look at what happened. We could have at least had it out in March if they would have just released the damn thing. So I'm curious to see there if they're going to push back the release date on that, or is it going to get purchased by somebody, or is it going to go straight to VOD? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But another one coming early, and I'm excited about it, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. That's right, Sonic the Hedgehog is racing the platforms, digital platforms, early. He's going to actually be coming out the end of March. Let me just double check my date here. real quick. This is another one that was still in theaters, still doing really, really well. It will hit digital platforms early on March 31st. So there you go there. And the funny thing is it will not be available on disc until May 19th. So for all you people that still refuse to do digital and are like, I need my physical media, look at the difference of that. You can buy it on March 31st digitally, or wait 2 months to get it on disc on May 19th. I mean, that is ridiculous. And that's how most of these movies are. Like, they're available now on streaming, but they're not available by the physical copy for quite some time. It looks like the physical copy is sticking to its original release date, whereas the digitals are getting moved up. So just keep that in mind, man. It's time to move to digital. Just saying, once again, Fred. Message. So March 31st, man, Sonic, looking forward to that. My daughter loved that movie. We saw it twice in the theater. This was big casting news that I know a lot of people were super excited about. Rosario Dawson joining The Mandalorian Season 2 as Ahsoka Tano. Oh my goodness. So a lot of people have been waiting to see Ahsoka in live action. A lot of people have fan casted Rosario Dawson in this role and never thought it would happen, but she did it. It looks to be the case. Now, nobody from Star Wars, nobody from Lucasfilm, Disney has officially said, yes, this is what we're doing. So I'm going to preface it with that, but I also want to say that pretty much every major news source is running with this news. So I'm going to say it's true. But yes, very cool for The Mandalorian Season 2, which has already wrapped filming. So that makes me excited because hopefully we can get that Season 2 untouched regardless of what keeps happening with this whole shutdown stuff. The Elvis biopic that Tom Hanks was filming when he got tested positively has been halted indefinitely, so they're going to have to wait until Tom Hanks fully recovers there and getting back in action. Warner Brothers also in talks, early talks, about releasing Wonder Woman 1984 directly to streaming. That is crazy. So this movie isn't even supposed to come out till June. So as of right now, they're on hold. They're waiting and seeing as the approach. But they have already begun initial talks to just put this movie out on streaming and not delay the release date. Now, some people at Warner Brothers are saying this is stupid. Just push it back. Let's put it in the theater. And then other people are saying, man, they've already waited long enough for this movie. Let's just put it out on streaming and maybe get that bump on the streaming network. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if streaming they mean like the DC Universe app or if they're going to maybe do HBO Max, where they're going to stream it exclusively, but that is the talks right now. Do they delay it in the theater or do they go streaming? So this is a tricky one for me too, because normally I would say just put it on streaming so I can buy it at home, right? But something like Wonder Woman I really want to see in the theater, man, in IMAX and stuff, you know, so that kind of does bum me out. But we'll see. We'll keep you posted on what happens with Wonder Woman. Bravo's Andy Cohen has tested positive for coronavirus, along with The Bachelor's Colton Underwood. He has also tested positive. We have the Hawaii Five-0 series finale promo, and it's sad, man. I love Hawaii Five-0 so much, and watching this promo, I was just like, oh man, my show's over. It makes me really, really sad. The season series finale airs not in 3 weeks, I believe. Not this Friday or next Friday, but April 3rd, I believe, is when that one will air. Let's see here. Sad news, country music icon Kenny Rogers, he knew when to hold him and when to fold him, passed away at the age of 81 the other day, so very, very sad. Condolences out to his family and friends. I talked a little bit about Supernatural earlier, and like I said, they are officially on hiatus after tonight, but they fully intend to return and finish the series, so that should give people some peace that love Supernatural. Amazon is offering children's programming for free, starting on their streaming with Amazon Prime, so that's pretty awesome. Cosmic Sin, which is a new Bruce Willis movie, has just added Frank Grillo, Luke Wilson, and Adelaine Kane to the cast. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee is returning with some special episodes. Bad Boys for Life is officially hitting digital at the end of this month on March 31st. And then we'll hit physical media mid-April. So very happy. I've already pre-ordered my Bad Boys for Life. That's right. Hits digital March 31st and on disc April 21st. We have the first trailer for Survive, which is the new Sophie Turner, Corey Hawkins Quibi show. We have the first trailer for Run, which is coming to HBO with Domhnall Gleeson. Harvey Weinstein is tested positive for COVID-19. Don't mean to laugh about it, but I mean, this is one of those cases that you're just like, come on. Like, of course he's tested positive, right? Harvey fucking Weinstein. Jesus Christ. So yes, that happened. And lastly, pretty cool, Mixed-ish is going to do a fast forward episode here soon, which shows Beau's like graduation, and they got Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross to cameo on the episode to go in the flashback, even though the Mixed episode is a fast forward. It's a pretty cool crossover thing, and it looks pretty awesome, and that episode's coming. So just kind of, that was pretty breaking news earlier today that they were going to do that on upcoming episodes, so that's pretty cool. And that's it, man. That is our news. I mean, we somehow still went a little over a half hour. I honestly didn't even think we had that much to discuss, but I think we spent more time just talking about the general state of VOD and all that kind of goodness. Hitting Blu-ray tomorrow is 1917 and the Grudge reboot that they did a couple months ago. That's it. That's the only two new releases coming to physical media. And then normally at this spot we would be talking box office, but guess what? There's no box office report for the first time ever on this show, and pretty much in the world for all platforms. There is no box office to discuss. So pretty crazy, man, with all the theaters being shut down. So I guess we'll skip that and we'll just wrap this baby up. So I thank you for tuning in. Once again, my name's Don Mega. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. You can follow the show at Am I On The Air. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. So very easy to remember. Definitely subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. You can download, rate, and subscribe. Please give us a 5-star review. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered on all the other streaming platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Podcast. We're all over, so don't you worry. We got you covered everywhere. Make sure you follow me on Stardust at Don Mega, DONMEGA. I'll give you a follow back. We are on Instagram and YouTube as well. Just search Am I On The Air? And, of course, a great shout-out to our affiliates at RedDragonsRadio.com. That's RedDragonsRadio.com. And follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio, all one word. So, thanks for tuning in and joining me on my birthday here March the 23rd, just kind of talking about the news and where we're at in this world. So I hope that you're all staying safe, and please be smart and just stay home. If you have to go out, just go out to the grocery store, go out and get gas, go to the bank, whatever you need to do, and then go home. Okay? This is the only way we're going to get past this thing, is if everybody starts limiting their outside exposure. Because the more and more that we're around other people, we're just going to keep spreading this damn thing. But if we can all just stay the F home and just keep to ourselves for a couple weeks, this thing could stop spreading, and then we could get back to our normal lives. And I think that's what a lot of us want right now. So try not to drive yourselves crazy. I know I'm going a little bit stir crazy, stuck in my house with the entire family. It's a lot sometimes. But we're doing the best we can, and we'll keep trucking along, and I'll keep trucking along here with you guys for Am I On The Air? So thanks for joining me on this journey and on this show, as always. And we'll probably be back next week to talk about whatever. Even been talking with the guys about possibly doing another Am I Still on the Air about something, just to kind of put up a special side podcast to help buy the time for some of you guys that are just bored and want something new to listen to. So we'll see if that ends up happening. So I'll keep you all posted, and just stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. So, take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragon! Red Flag!